Palmas ground, Thai 4561 ready to taxi.
Cleared to land on 21 right Japan Air 4026.
Taxi to 21 left Thai 4561.
Palmas ground, Japan Air 4026 taxi to the gates.
Palmas clearance good morning. Fiji 6327 ready for pushback at Papa 32.
Taxi to gate Tango 02 Japan Air 4026.
Cleared for pushback Fiji 6327.
Palmas Tower, Thai 4561 request to cross runway 21 right. Continue taxi Thai 4561.
Palmas Tower good morning. Condor 6712 is on final for 21 right. Cleared to land on 21 right Condor 6712. Palmas ground. Fiji 6327 ready to taxi. Taxi to 21 right Fiji 6327.
Palmas Tower, Thai 4561 ready for takeoff on 21 left. Cleared for takeoff on 21 left Thai 4561.
Palmas Tower, good morning, Air India 7238 is on final for 21 left. Cleared to land on 21 left, Air India 7238. Palmas clearance, good morning, Oman Air 7413 ready for pushback at Pipar 30.
Palmas ground. Condor 6712 taxi to the gates.
Cleared for pushback, Oman Air 7413.
Taxi to gate Papa 32 Condor 6712.
Palmas ground, Oman Air 7413 ready to taxi. Taxi to 21 right, Oman Air 7413. Palmas ground, Air India 7238 taxi to the gates.
Palmas clearance, good evening, all Nippon 2939 are ready for pushback at Tango 12.
Palmas Tower, Air India 7238 request to cross runway. Palmas ground, Air India 7238 taxi to the gates. Taxi to gate Pipar 30, Air India 7238.
Palmas Tower, good evening, Swiss 2154 is on final for 21 right. Cleared to land on 21 right, Swiss 2154. Cleared for pushback, all Nippon 2939.
Palmas Tower, Fiji 6327 ready for takeoff on 21 right.
Palmas ground, all Nippon 2939 are ready to taxi. Taxi to 21 left, all Nippon 2939.
India 90560 is on final for 21 left. Cleared to land on 21 left Air India 90560. Cleared for takeoff on 21 right Fiji 6327.
Palmas ground, Swiss 2154 taxi to the gates. Taxi to gate Tango 12 Swiss 2154.
Palmas clearance, good evening. Singapore 90655 ready for pushback at Tango 05. Cleared for pushback Singapore 90655.
Palmas Tower, Oman Air 7413 ready for takeoff on 21 right.
Palmas ground, Singapore 90655 ready to taxi.
Cleared for takeoff on 21 right Oman Air 7413.
Taxi to 21 left Singapore 90655.
Palmas ground, Air India 90560 taxi to the gates. Taxi to gate Tango 05 Air India 90560. Palmas Tower, Air India 90560 request to cross runway. Continue taxi Air India 90560. Palmas Tower, good evening. Air Canada 1326 is on final for 21 right. Cleared to land on 21 right Air Canada 1326.
Palmas clearance, good evening. American 1861 ready for pushback at Tango 07. Cleared for pushback American 1861.
Palmas Tower, all Nippon 2939 request to cross runway 21 right.
Palmas ground, American 1861 ready to taxi. Taxi to 21 right American 1861.
Palmas Tower, good evening. Alaska 5412 is on final for 21 left. Cleared to land on 21 left Alaska 5412. Continue taxi all Nippon 2939.
Palmas ground, Air Canada 1326 taxi to the gates. Taxi to gate Tango 07 Air Canada 1326.
Thomas Tower, Singapore 90655 request to cross runway 21 right. Continue taxi Singapore 90655.
Palmer's Tower, all Nippon 2939 ready for takeoff on 21 left.
Palmer's clearance, good evening, Scandinavian 5027 ready for pushback at Papa 20. Cleared for pushback Scandinavian 5027.
Line up and wait on 21 left, all Nippon 2939. Palmas ground, Alaska 5412 taxi to the gates.
Cleared for takeoff on 21 left Singapore 90655.
Cleared for takeoff on 21 left, all Nippon 2939.
Palmas ground, Scandinavian 5027 ready to taxi.
Palmas Tower, Alaska 5412 request to cross runway.
Palmas Tower, American 1861 ready for takeoff on 21 right.
Continue taxi Alaska 5412. Palmas ground, Alaska 5412 taxi to the gates.
Palmas Tower, good evening, Asia 3938 is on final for 21 right. Taxi to 21 right Scandinavian 5027. Cleared to land on 21 right Asia 3938.
Palmas clearance, good evening, Fiji 3713 ready for pushback at Tango 10.
good evening. Gulf Air 8654 is on final for 21 left. Cleared to land on 21 left Gulf Air 8654.
Palmas ground, Alaska 5412 requesting taxi to the gates.
Cleared for pushback Fiji 3713.
Palmas ground, Asia 39038 taxi to the gates.
Palmas clearance good evening. iFly 8239 are ready for pushback at Papa 24.
Palmas ground, Asia 39038 requesting taxi to the gates.
Cleared for pushback iFly 8239er.
Cleared for takeoff on 21 right American 1861.
Palmas ground, Fiji 3713 ready to taxi. Taxi to 21 right Fiji 3713.
Taxi to gate Papa 20 Alaska 5412.
Palmas ground, Gulf Air 8654 taxi to the gates.
Taxi to gate Tango 10 Asia 39038.
Taxi to 21 left iFly 8239er. Taxi to gate Papa 24 Gulf Air 8654. Palmas Tower, Gulf Air 8654 request to cross runway.
Cleared for takeoff on 21 right Scandinavian 5027.
Continue taxi Gulf Air 8654.
Palmas Tower good evening. Continental 4860 is on final for 21 right. Cleared to land on 21 right Continental 4860.
Palmas clearance good evening, US Air 4155 ready for pushback at November 01. Cleared for pushback US Air 4155.
Palmas Tower good evening, Wiz 6026 is on final for 21 left. Cleared to land on 21 left with 6026.
Palmas ground, US Air 4155 ready to taxi. Taxi to 21 left US Air 4155.
Palmer's ground. Continental 4860 taxi to the gates. Taxi to gate November 01 Continental 4860.
Palmer's Tower, good evening. Virgin 7712 is on final for 21 right. Cleared to land on 21 right Virgin 7712.
Palmas ground, with 6026 taxi to the gates. Palmas Tower, with 6026 request to cross runway. Palmas clearance, good evening, Seychelles 6561 ready for pushback at Qatar 04. Palmas ground, with 6026 taxi to the gates. Cleared for pushback Seychelles 6561.
Palmas Tower, good evening. Aero Mexico 2238 is on final for 21 left. Cleared to land on 21 left Aero Mexico 2238.
Palmas Tower, US Air 4155 request to cross runway 21 right. Continue taxi US Air 4155.
Palmas ground, Seychelles 6561.
Palmas clearance, good evening. Japan Air 4027 ready for pushback at Tango 02.
Palmas ground, Virgin 7712 taxi to the gates.
Palmas Tower, US Air 4155 ready for takeoff on 21 left.
Taxi to 21 left Seychelles 6561. Taxi to gate Qatar 04 with 6026.
Palmas clearance, good evening. US Air 7327 ready for pushback at Tango 06.
Palmas ground, Virgin 7712 requesting taxi to the gates.
Cleared for pushback Japan Air 4027.
Cleared for pushback US Air 7327.
Line up and wait on 21 left US Air 4155. Cleared for takeoff on 21 left US Air 4155. Palmas ground, Japan Air 4027 ready to taxi.
Palmas ground, US Air 7327 ready to taxi.
Taxi to 21 right Japan Air 4027.
Taxi to 21 left US Air 7327.
Taxi to gate Tango 06 Virgin 7712.
Palmas ground, Aeromexico 2238 taxi to the gates. Palmas Tower, Aeromexico 2238 request to cross runway 03 left. Taxi to gate Tango 02 Aeromexico 2238. Continue taxi Aeromexico 2238.
Palmas Tower, Seychelles 6561 request to cross runway 21 right. Continue taxi Seychelles 6561.
Palmas clearance. Good evening, Jet Airways 2413 ready for pushback at Tango 11. Cleared for pushback Jet Airways 2413.
Palmas Tower, Seychelles 6561 ready for takeoff on 21 left. Cleared for takeoff on 21 left Seychelles 6561.
Palmas Tower. Good evening, Philippines 90154 is on final for 21 right. Clear to land on 21 right Philippines 90154.
Hold position Wiz 6026. Continue taxi Wiz 6026.
Palmas ground, Jet Airways 2413 ready to taxi. Taxi to 21 left Jet Airways 2413.
Palmas Tower, Japan Air 4027 ready for takeoff on 21 right. Line up and wait on 21 right Japan Air 4027.
Palmas Tower, US Air 7327 request to cross runway 21 right. Continue taxi US Air 7327.
Palmas clearance. Good evening, Alaska 99039 ready for pushback at Tango 09.
Palmas Tower. Good evening, Jet Airways 1560 is on final for 21 left.
Cleared for pushback Alaska 99039. Palmas ground, Philippines 90154 taxi to the gates.
Palmas Tower, US Air 7327 ready for takeoff on 21 left.
Palmas ground, Philippines 90154 requesting taxi to the gates. Palmer's ground, Alaska 939 ready to taxi.
Cleared to land on 21 left Jet Airways 1560. Cleared for takeoff on 21 left US Air 7327.
Cleared for takeoff on 21 right Japan Air 4027.
Palmer's clearance. Good evening, Swiss 2155 ready for pushback at Tango 12.
Palmer's clearance. Good evening. Condor 6713 ready for pushback at Papa 32.
Palmer's ground, Jet Airways 1560 taxi to the gates.
Taxi to 21 left Alaska 939. Taxi to gate Tango 11 Philippines 90154.
Palmer's Tower, Jet Airways 1560 request to cross runway. Continue taxi Jet Airways 1560.
Palmer's Tower. Good evening, Latin 5326 is on final for 21 right. Clear to land on 21 right Latin 5326.
Palmer's clearance. Good evening, ABEX 1655 ready for pushback at Tango 13.
Palmer's Tower, Jet Airways 2413 request to cross runway 21 right.
Cleared for pushback Swiss 2155.
Cleared for pushback Condor 6713.
Cleared for pushback ABEX 1655.
Palmer's Tower. Good evening, Emirates 3412 is on final for 21 left. Palmer's clearance. Good evening, Air India 7239 ready for pushback at Papa 30. Cleared to land on 21 left Emirates 3412.
Hold position Philippines 90154. Continue taxi Philippines 90154.
Palmer's ground, Swiss 2155 ready to taxi.
Palmer's ground, Condor 6713 ready to taxi.
Palmer's ground, ABEX 1.